Hello everyone, I am Jay from the GameBustersUK. Welcome back to another part of Crash Bandicoot the Nsane Trilogy. We're still playing Crash Bandicoot 1. This is part 3. Here we go. So it's time for Hog Wild, and let's get into this collision hit detection issue. Not gonna lie, I'm not sure how long this is going to take me. Hopefully not too many attempts. We did manage to do it eventually on the live stream, but yeah, you'll see what I mean, guys. It's not good. It's not good. I thank God that this wasn't just me. I literally wrote that on one of the Crash Bandicoot pages. Basically, I was like, I literally thought it was me. I thought, no, I've never died this badly on Hog Wild, which is a shame. It's a shame, you know. So hopefully, Activision have been at least told, or they've seen that people are having issues, and that they fix it. I don't even know how I did it, to be honest. Like, how I managed to do it in the end, because, yeah. The controls for the Hog is a bit different, and I do feel like he's, well, apart from that being hilarious, he goes, I swear, like, ×2 further than he ever did in the original for some reason. But okay. A bit of a collision with these guys. Again, looks great. Controls alright, but I do feel like he's, damn. Yeah, I do feel like the movement isn't quite quick enough to kind of zigzag. I mean, the original kind of had that problem, but I feel like it's more noticeable here, in my opinion. Like, as you saw here. Just did it, you know, I did it a bit earlier that time. But I do feel like his jump's a bit gimped. Luckily there's a clear gem, so I don't have to worry about, you know, dying, surviving, I should say. But yeah, like, it's coming up, I think. It's coming up. Yeah, it is. Right here. Right here. Oh, we did it. We actually did it first time. Oh my god. I was like, damn, alright. I would be like, ignore what I said, but I can tell you, I haven't uploaded the recording, the stream, and I won't be, but if it's still up, you could go check on Twitch and check that if you want to see my frustration. Because, yeah. Huh. Wow. First time. Can't believe that. And I'm pretty certain it hasn't been patched since the last time I played it, because it was literally yesterday. So, I don't know. Alright, I made that seem easy. It's like I said that and then I couldn't even show it off. Well, I mean, hey, it works out for me. I only, you know, I didn't want to have a frustrating issue. I didn't want you guys to see it. Of course, I would have edited it out if so. But, yeah, in terms of, like, Coco, I'm sure we'll try Coco next. I'll probably flop between the two. Because there really isn't, like, much difference, if any. Well, there isn't, really. There's less noticeableness in Crash 1. How I described her in the live stream was that, it doesn't matter. I mean, I would like to get an Aku mask, but we can't get the gem, so it's fine. What was I going to say? Yeah, the best way I could describe Coco is that she's just like a skin. It's like you know, just like a change of, like a reskin, I guess, kind of way. She's Tails to Sonic in, like, Sonic 2, if anyone's played Sonic 2, where Tails didn't really, like, have the ability to fly or anything. He was just basically just Sonic, but, you know, he had his own sprite. Do you see what I mean? He did everything that Sonic could do, and that's exactly what Coco does. The only difference is that, obviously, like, her personality is different, apart from actual, obviously, sprite design. And, like, she has unique death animations for herself, and she runs with her laptop all the time, which is hilarious. So, things like that. Oh, I was a bit too hasty there. So I noticed, I noticed in this, and I'm not sure if it's in this game, I don't think it is, but I noticed that the angel death seems to be, like, a common thing, which is basically from Crash Bandicoot 2 and 1. There doesn't seem to be no whoa, fade to black, spin around, which was in this original game. How dare you? I'm trying to jump on you. There you go. Bit finicky there. So I noticed that wasn't in there, as far as I could tell. Which I thought that would have been, because I heard there's meant to be loads of different deaths, but they didn't add that. Not too sure. Not too sure. Something I also didn't mention, the Puppy boss, or the bosses in general, he doesn't have the yeehaw, the crazy yeehaw that he did. He just kind of spins around and just does the peace sign. I mean, it's fine, but yeah, just to let you know, that's not in there, so... Doesn't do the yeehaw thing. I'm probably going to be doing that, like, telling you guys, like, things that weren't added, things that they changed, little subtle things like that. But I definitely feel like if you're a veteran, like myself, playing this game, it does feel weird because the control is different. Note the word different, not necessarily bad. I want to say he controls better than 1, but he doesn't control better than the original 2 and 3 games. No, definitely not. You can play this with analog and directional pad. I'm used to playing this with directional pad because it's Crash 1. But you do have the options for that. Like here, I feel like I used to be able to do this pretty flawlessly. I have kind of practiced a little bit to get that down on this game. But, you know, you can feel the difference, guys. You can feel the difference, guys. They did a good job. They did the best they could. Considering they, you know, built it themselves, you know. Off of their own engine. They did well. And the layout's pretty much, like, one-to-one, you know. It really is. Apart from, like, a few, like, say, a few object placement things. I might as well go behind here because I don't need to get any boxes. And it's just a safer path, honestly. Oh, right. Derp. This is my stop. So one thing I've noticed with the controls is I do feel like... Not sure if it's stiffness. Crash takes a bit. Takes the bit. And I think it's because he has a walking animation. I think. He has a bit of a start-up. Both characters kind of have a bit of a start-up. And I feel like the momentum doesn't really carry you that far. So you don't jump as far. So when you think you're going to jump, you don't. So you always, like... You mistake your jumps. Especially if you're... Yeah, like that. I feel like the timing on that is really tight. And what you could do in the original, right, is you could jump on the first one, hold the X button because you jump high if you do that, and you could skip the middle one. You can't do that here, at least as far as I know. I've tried a few times in the live stream and I couldn't do that. So unfortunately, there's no like, hey, you can't just skip it, you have to do it. I mean, hey, I get it. It's more like they don't want to you guys exploiting. Yeah, the timing's really close. And I swear sometimes when that little flicker of flame comes out, it does hurt you. It didn't hurt you in the original. I feel like it's finicky. I feel like sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So... yeah, I may have to do a review of this. I wouldn't mind. Especially, like, since I did the Crash Bandicoot 1 years ago, and it wasn't my greatest review. I was still learning to do reviews there. I'm still technically learning now, but I feel like I've gotten a lot better. Yeah, so we can't get the gem for this either. We need to get the red gem, which we will get in Slippery Climb. Again, another level where it's notorious for being pretty difficult, and it looks like we might be getting some DLC levels as well. People have been talking about possible Stormy Ascent. Now, if you guys don't know what Stormy Ascent is, Stormy Ascent was a level that was taken out of the game, which is basically like a continuation of Slippery Climb. But it's much longer. There was literally, I think, one checkpoint, and that was it. And it was much longer and much harder. Let's give Coco a try and up the creek. Let's give her some gameplay. But yeah, other than that, Coco's pretty... like, she's just the same. In Crash 2, she does have her own equivalent stump, which I called the butt bounce. Pretty much like Mario, like the butt stump, like Mario type of thing. They call it the leg drop, sounding like a wrestling move. But to me, it just looks like she lands on her butt. Like she's doing a butt stump. So, yeah. That's what I'm calling it. Those fish again, making the gargling sound. The water in this level specifically looks amazing. There's different like water textures in each of the like games, the levels. Like the levels in say Making Waves, like the ski levels in Crash 3. the only ones that Coco do. The levels are like pure, like very light bluish type of colors, which is accurate to honestly to how it was. It was pretty like bright light blue. This one just basically looks like a river, like you'd expect. Very like the water ripples effects and stuff. Amazing. You got the water ripples on the lily pads. You even got the little details, like if you wait for a little bit, you see that the pads start to like flicker a little bit in the water. That's your indication that the lily pads are gonna, you know, sink. Things like that. Amazing. Like the details they put into this game is amazing. This game looks beautiful. It's a marvel. It's just a few, I think, really just like some collision issues that they need to touch up on, hitboxes, things like that. I haven't really got into the relics yet, so when we do, I'll let you know, and I do plan on hopefully doing a guide for them. So that's gonna be a thing. That's going to be a thing. Can we do this level? I can't remember if we can or not. I feel like we cannot, but I'm going to try. Because we do need to do this, which also gave me trouble. There we go. That's how we do that. And then we run back. Oop. And then we do this. And I think that's all we need to do. And hopefully, if we don't need the color gem, because I know we need the color gem for upstream, but I can't remember if we need the color gem for this one or not. Hopefully, if we don't, we can do this level in one go. Ooh, okay. We're gonna wait. Wait for the lily pad to come back. Well, I guess it's not a lily pad. It's more like a leaf, actually. Ooh, there we go. Time that. And then we do the Tana bonus round. Now I thought, okay, so it's gonna be funny if you can do like the final boss and you could save Tana with Coco, but no, they just basically stopped it. So the whole idea, again, not sure if I mentioned, was that again, like Coco created this time machine, and I guess she just wanted to experience what Crash went through, I guess, and join him on his adventure. So that's how that works. That's what's happened there. Now those boxes, you know, the ones that has a lot of Wumpa free that you bounce on, they act like Crash 3, where there are 5 hits. They weren't like that in the original, like in 1 or 2, but they've basically retained it from like 3. So they're all the same. They all take like 5 bounces, and then that's it. I do think you go a bit faster with invincibility in this game. Okay, you can get the gem. Nice. I think. It sort of feels like it. But yeah, like the control-wise, definitely different. Which can be a bit of a pain, like I say, when you're used to something and then it's different. And then you try and make a lot of jumps and it doesn't quite work out. And you're like, this isn't working. It's definitely something I've been having to, you know, get used to. I'm still getting used to it, honestly. So yeah, we can't fight Ripperoo, unfortunately. Can't fight any bosses at all with Coco. But one thing I do want to mention with the bosses is the little like touches they've added to the end when you defeat them. Here he is. The music in this game is phenomenal. I know I mentioned that I didn't like some of the tracks, and well, I don't know if it's. Well, I wouldn't say I didn't like them. I said that like just some of the instruments I wasn't the biggest fan of. I think that's what it was. Okay. Ah, that still hit me. That sucks. Too slow there. Yeah, I feel like the bombs are definitely slower this time. Oop. No, that didn't count. There we go. And now you get to see the little ending bit. He falls down the waterfall. Poor old Ripperoo. Bye, fella. I like that. That's kind of cool, though. You know, just little things like that. They do that for all the bosses. He had like little things like that. So that's cool. I can appreciate that. Let's have a look at the time. We're at 15 minutes. I think that's good, guys. We're going to end it there. And we're going to get into our first color gem in the next episode, the Lost City. And I'll be able to tell you, you know, about how you can't die and you have to... This has an embryo stage, so you have to do all that. And I'll show you how difficult they are. And also, one thing to mention is that the island goes to the right. It doesn't go to the left, which is how it was in the original. Don't know if this was how it was in the Japanese version, but this was definitely how it was in the original from what I remember playing myself. It was from the left, not to the right. Not sure why they did that, but that's how they've done it. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Subscribe for more Crash Bandicoot for the Crash Bandicoot month. And, you know, check out some other videos if you want to see some more gaming, more Crash Bandicoot related stuff. Check out my 10 reasons to play Crash Bandicoot Nsane Trilogy. Hope you enjoyed. Like the video if you did. I'll see you next time, guys. Take care.